Hi, Eric Gibaud, Gibaud.com, and today I'm going to present you the lens by TTartisan, the 28mm 5.6 for Leica M. So let's start. This is used on my film Leica. You could obviously use it on a digital Leica, but you could also use adapters with Sony E, with Nikon Z, with Canon RF, and also with Lumix and Leica L. Okay, so you could actually use another kind of camera with an adapter, and there are some reviews on YouTube using other kind of mount. Okay, honestly I don't really like to do unboxing, but when the box is so beautiful, there's no other word, like this, I have to show you. Okay, the lens is on the camera. Okay, here it was all packed, and as you can see, look at the inside. This is pure luxury. Okay, name written here. All caps are metal, front and back cap. Here you have sunshade that is here. Okay, 100% brass. Okay, I'll come back to the sunshade after. Okay, and here you also have a small screwdriver. So you think, why is there a screwdriver? Well, some people get scared about that. They think, oh, maybe there's a problem with the lens. No, many Leica M mounts need to be sent to a factory to avoid a front or back focus. And many brands, like alternative brand, they give the possibility to fine-tune yourself. So they give you the small screwdriver that comes with it, and also a paper target here, so you could actually adjust yourself front or back focus. But I didn't have any problem with it, so it's just there in case you would need it, but no problem on my side. Okay, so now I'm going to speak about the lens that is on the camera right now and speak about the results. Okay, so here the little beast, which is really small. You have metal cap, front and back cap. Okay, it's really small. Look at it, 19mm height. Okay, and the weight is 151 grams. So it's really small. It has a retro look that looks really similar to I don't know if you can say copy or similar or whatever to the Sumaran by Leica, the 28mm 5.6, but this one cost about 10 times. So we're gonna see if the quality is 10 times worse than the Leica one, but the price is 10 times less. So well, we're gonna have a look at that. Okay, so aperture is from 5.6 up to f22. You have clickable aperture, as you can see. You don't have off aperture, just full one. And 5.6 is not really luminous, but this is really the lens you would use for street photography or landscape. So it's normal to use like f8, f11, and not to be on 2.8, for example. So 5.6, that's fine. And here you have a focusing tab, and if you push it, it locks on infinity. Okay, so if you press back, then it's lost. It's loose. Okay, very often people use that kind of lenses for street photography or for landscape, and they want to use hyperfocal, and they want to be locked on infinity. So I think it's a good idea to have this lock, so you don't have to be too much thinking about focusing anymore. You leave it like this and you make pictures, and that's it. Okay, the metal is brass, 100% brass, as you can see. Okay, so I'm going to show you some pictures I've tested. I use my Leica M4P to test it, and I use Kodak Portra 400. I'm going to show you some pictures, but at the end of the video I will put all the pictures I made. Okay, so let's carry on. Okay, let's speak a bit more about the look. Here you have sunshade that is here. This is 100% brass, and also you will notice it's painted. And it's really fragile, as you can see. When I put it in my bag, got some paint out. Okay, they actually sent me two of these. I don't know why. One was in the box with the lens, and the other one was with the parcel that where everything was packed. They put an extra one. Okay, and I didn't do anything especially wrong with it. Really, I think that for many Leica photographer, it's not a problem, because they love, like, they have like some paint that gets out of it. It's like some story for them, so they will probably like that you do lose some paint here. Okay, and how do you place it? Well, you actually have a screw here, so you unscrew here, and then you actually press. Okay, and when it's pressed, you tighten it with the screw, press it here, okay, and then you tighten the screw, and that's it. And here it is, okay. I would say you would cover like a quarter of the viewfinder, okay, more or less, okay. So that's normal, acceptable. Do you actually need to use this? Well, if you wanted to protect the lens, if in case there's you hit it or whatever, yes, but otherwise, as you can see, the front lens is really deep in there, so I don't think that will change much with or without recording flare, okay. So if you want to have something really small, that's okay. Actually, if you don't use the lens hood, the problem is easy to have your finger here and it appears on the picture. So I'll show you a picture right now. I didn't take care, so it shows there. And actually I didn't realize until I developed the film. If it was digital, I would have seen it, but on analog photography, film photography, I didn't see it until it was developed. So actually, if you place this, you're less likely to have your finger that appear on the picture, okay. So I think it looks great. The only thing, you just have silver version, when the Leica Submarine also has a black version, but it costs 10 times more, so I cannot complain either, okay. A bit more of technical things about this lens. The diameter for filter is 37mm. This is not really standard. Leica lenses are more about like 39mm. So in case you have one and you want to use filters, like color filters for black and white, I recommend you buy a step-up ring from 37 up to 39mm. So with one filter you can use on other lenses, okay. Well, depends on what you want to do, okay. If we look at the aperture, there are 6 blades. So when you completely open, yes, you do get a round circular aperture, but then straight away you have some sides. So for the bokeh it will be different, okay. If you're full aperture, that will be round, but otherwise you will see like some things like this, okay. It covers 72 degrees, and if we speak about the build, it's 7 elements in 4 groups. Obviously, the way it's built, the way it looks, it's really similar to retro lenses, although it's new. It's also because Leica made a replica of their own Submarine older lens. They keep many things in common, like the minimum focusing distance, which is 1 meter, when many of new Leica M lenses is 70 centimeters. This one is 1 meter, okay. But well, you have an idea. The build is 7 elements in 4 groups. So let's carry on. So if we speak about optical quality, well, at 5.6 I would say sharpness is, it's not maximum, it's a bit, it could be better, okay. But I think I've not tested it, but I've seen some reviews of the Submarine by Leica, and honestly this is sharper. Also in your wallet is a lot sharper, okay. So I think, is it acceptable? I think yes, it's acceptable, because for the price it has, you cannot complain either, okay. And it's not a disaster, it's acceptable, okay. If we look at 5.6, you have a slight vignetting, really very slight. If you work on film and you don't want to scan and correct after, that may be a problem. But if you work in digital, well, it's really easy to get rid of this slight vignetting with no problem, honestly. And if we look at flare, really you don't have the typical flare with like a lighting like this, you know. It makes like a big spot like this of light. I didn't have much opportunity to have situation to check it really much, but I saw other reviews, and when you have the sun in front of the lens, yeah, it doesn't make the noise point of flare. It really makes a big white, we call that like a hole in your pictures, okay. So but we must not forget that this lens is thought as a retro lens, so it's logical that it has a look that is different that we get with nowadays pictures, okay, or lenses. So it's not really a problem to me, but you need to know that if you expect something different, I have to say it, okay. So about optical quality, also I show you a picture. We see some blocks, okay, some bricks, and you see there is a slight deformation a bit, okay, but not that much. I think for street photography and travel photography, this is absolutely no problem. Obviously, if you want to do architecture photography, that could be a problem, okay. But I think even landscape is no problem. Maybe if you want the horizon straight on the on the upper side or the lower side of your picture, maybe you will see that it's not completely flat, okay, but otherwise it's no problem. So I think you cannot expect really a perfect picture with that budget, I think, but still I think it's fantastic. So the information is really acceptable. So important, I'm not really a fan of a 28mm focal length. Why? Because for me it's always a bit wide. When I do street photography, there's always a rubbish bin or something that gets in, okay, in the way. But there are many people who love it, okay? Who love not the rubbish bin, but the 28mm. And also because as I use glasses and a rangefinder camera, it uses the external frame, so for me it's a bit hard to see the side, okay? So actually, if you see the pictures I've made, framing is not always really fine because it was hard for me to see the side, but it has nothing to do with the lens, it has to do with myself, okay? So there are people who just love 28mm and people who don't use it that much because it's too wide for what they do or for physical reason or whatever. So in my case, it's justified even more to buy that kind of lens instead of a more expensive lens, okay? I could not justify to spend so much money on a Leica Submarine because it would be a lot of money for a lens I would not use that much. But a lens like this that I could use from time to time, I would be happy to spend what it costs, which is really reasonable. I wish it was also in black, by the way, okay? But I have only silver, okay? So I think it's a good option for people who don't want to spend too much on a lens and to get a good result. So I would say for this price, the result is really good. So many people ask when you say that, yeah, but forget the price. Is it good? Because I don't mind spending 10 times more. So is it good? Well, honestly, if we look at the quality without thinking about the price, it is a good lens. If we look at the quality, knowing the price or spending the price, it is a brilliant lens, okay? So if you want top quality and you're ready to spend 10 times more, well, that's fine. But if you want a really good quality for a reasonable price, this is something you should not think twice. I think it's a brilliant option, okay? So I love it. Build quality, I think it's really good for what it costs. You really think you look at the quality, you really think it would cost a lot more. So great, fantastic. In my opinion, it is fantastic. So honestly, I can only recommend this lens. If you would like to buy it, I'll leave you links in the description where you can get it, okay? So thank you very much, TTartisan, for sending me the lens. Thank you very much to you for watching the video. If you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Small button down here is a small bell. If you click on the bell, get notified when I upload a new video. My website, Gibaud.com. If you have any question, can leave a comment below. I'll also leave you links of my gear on Amazon, links to everything I've reviewed by K&F Concept and Sandmark, and also a link to my PayPal account in case you wanted to make a donation. Thank you very much, please take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye!